A Sunday afternoon. With the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the Hornets win the tip. To the paint. The fadeaway, and Davis can't get it to go. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And it's blocked. White goes in. Morant outside. And here is Okoro. Wagner on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup.
Just punishing the defense from the interior. Wagner doesn't mind scoring against physical defense.
Young inside. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's White. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
To the right side. Here's Davis. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Young looking around. Back to Davis. The kick out to Young. Charlotte moving it around. 5 to shoot. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Hard for 3.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Yeah, you know, defense or not, good defense or not, those are shots you got to make. I mean, they're missing some easy ones.
Now here's Morant. Providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night. Fires for 3. The Hornets pull it in. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now here is Young. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And Davis gets it to go.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
Young outside to the inside, and it's Davis with the jam.
Good positioning that time from AD, working the pick and roll beautifully.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Charlotte's head coach gave me a few minutes to catch up. Of course, John Morant's name first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David. So it's the Hornets now, following the bucket by the Bucks. 1:33 left to play in the first. Morant outside. Out to White. Here's Song. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis.
And the length of Sarr is a lot to deal with. Sometimes the defense has to foul.
And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Back to Morant. Pass to Song. Here's White. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Charlotte trails by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Young with the ball. Now defended by Song. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
Morant outside. It could go. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Charlotte trails by 4. And here's Reeves outside. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Reeves punches that one home, showing off the athleticism.
Morant outside. In the corner, it's Saw. No good on the 3. And so Young will bring it up for the Hornets. Pass to Clark. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Always among the lead leaders in throwdowns. AD's tough around that rack.
And Wagner has it in the corner. And again, the Bucks miss. So it's the Hornets now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
One of the dominant dunkers in the league. Davis can put on the show in there.
Pass to Song. To end the run. Kicks it out to Wagner. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Stolen by Okoro. Morant with a wide open look. A 3-pointer is right on target. Morant's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And how about the catch and fire there from Morant? He's got the endless confidence in his ability.
And Young, here we go. Basket counts. Mark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, Bart. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka, whoo, yeah, don't make my head spin.
Morant outside. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Outside for Davis. And they double up Davis. On the wing, Reed.
That's a 3-second foul.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Morant. 5 points in the game. Sarr's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Okoro. Pass to Sarr. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. A nice shot by Okoro. Okoro's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Morant outside. Light a screen. Lets the three fly. And another three for Milwaukee.
3 points. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Davis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And it's the Bucks ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. In the corner, it's Sarr. .103 left to play here in the half. There's the three. Drills the three-pointer. And now a 6-point Bucks lead.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Davis with it. 10 points for him. Back to Young. Stolen by Okoro. Sarr with it. Picked up by Davis. Pass to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
And would you say the offense is coming around for Sarr? He is doing it all tonight.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand pull punch.
Pass to Sarr. With the drive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Bucks lead by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Pass to Davis. And it's Clark in the corner. Davis. Davis on the follow. Davis has got 14.
Using that length, Davis turning a miss into a make. Bonus points for his team.
And it's Clark in the corner. Young outside. Jacks up a three. And it's White with the rebound.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Titus screen. Morant with it. Defended by Reeves. Back to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Young with no one around. Off target from three-point range.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Pass to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
And it's Clark in the corner. Now, here is Young. With the teardrop. It's good. Young's got 9.
And just good at staying under control. Even when Young is under duress, he just keeps his composure.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Pass to Sarr. Back to Okoro. And he drops it in from the low post. Okoro's got the lead up to 12 now for Milwaukee.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Inside, here's Young. No good with the layup. To the left side wing. And a wide open look for Sarr. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Young. Davis sets a screen. Down low. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Franz Wagner.
You know, those are the plays Davis is capable of making. He's confident, and he keeps getting stronger with every passing day.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Wagner. Poke loose. Now Young. He's got 12. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Sarr. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Aggressive move by Sarr. Love seeing that.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
They've also found a lot of shots at the arc in this one and allowing their good shooters to tee it up.
And Clark, while he might be someone who doesn't stand out, Maxi Kleber is vital for this team.
You know, Kleber usually averages in the single-digit scoring, but he's a 6'10 floor spacer, which puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defense. He plays a lot of the 5, and he more than holds his own defensively. He's a nice rotational player.
Back to Anthony. Driving the lane. And it's Anthony with the jam.
You see the quickness there from Anthony, beating everybody to the spot.
Aldama gets the bucket.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Anthony looking it over. Outside Williams. Back to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Aldama with the rebound. Charlotte trails by 9. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside Russell. Back to Aldama. Williams with the steal. Outside Walker. Pass to Champagnie. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. And we've reached the end of the third. The Bucks on top. They're up by 9. We're going to step aside for just a... Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Young will bring it up for the Hornets. Pass to Kamare. Back to Young. Now here is Davis. Puts up a 3. And Okoro pulls it down. Here's Sarr. Now here's Morant for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Morant's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Bucks. And here's Young. From past the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Right a screen. Pass to Sarr. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Davis. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
In many ways, Anthony Davis is the epitome of a two-way threat. He can be just dominating on both sides of the ball with his physicality.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Wagner. Here's Sarr. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
3. Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Wagner. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Charlotte trails by 14. Clark right side. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Wow, Davis on fire right now. Doing just about anything he wants on offense.
Morant outside. Pass to Sarr. For 3. It's Clark with the rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
A nice shot by Young.
And on the drive, Young can be so sudden, the defense barely gets a chance to react.
Right a screen. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
and leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Offensive rebound. Here's Davis. Pass to Kamare. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Hornets foul. Jalen Clark. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Sarr. A three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Young for three. The rebound by the Bucks. Morant with it. Picked up by Davis. Pass to Sarr. Kicks it out to Wagner. Now Sarr. To the middle. It's stolen by Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Clark left side. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Clark's got it back down to single digits for the Hornets. Here's Milwaukee now. In the corner, it's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Pass to Reeves. Here's Kamare. On the wing, Davis. And they double up Davis. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Reeves. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
2 on the clock. Young for 3. Milwaukee leading by 11. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Morant. Four on the clock.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bucks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought that their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
If it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Alex Sarr.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And that one's good by Clark. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.